Ever wondered what it takes to climb back from absolute rock bottom? I mean, truly hitting the floor. Today, we're diving into Hell to Heaven by Rodney Josephson. It's this incredible self-help book that's basically his personal playbook. The exact steps he says saved his life and brought him back from suicidal despair to massive success. So let's get into his journey and the pretty unconventional methods he shares.
Yeah, so to really get the heaven part of the title, you first have to understand the hell he went through. And he doesn't hold back. The book kicks off with this incredibly raw admission. It really sets the stage for a story that begins at the lowest possible point. All right, Section 1, From Hell to Heaven. So, what does a complete and total collapse actually look like? Well, the first part of the book lays it all out, and it all starts with the 2008 financial crash. And look, we're not talking about just a bad year or a rough patch. This was a complete and utter implosion of his life. We're talking losing over 70 properties in 2 different countries, multiple businesses just gone. On top of that, a divorce, and then having to move to the US with his kids. He writes that the sheer weight of all this pushed him into a deep, dark depression where he was actually thinking about ending it all. Okay, Section 2, The Pain We All Share. Now, this is where things get interesting. Because right from that place of just unimaginable personal pain, the author makes this really surprising turn. He basically argues that our suffering, the pain that we all experience in some way, it's not just a burden. He thinks it's the very thing that connects us all on a deep level.
And this leads to his first big idea. Before he even tries to offer a solution, he says you have to build a real connection. And he does it with this simple phrase, I feel because I have been there too. It's not about him imagining your pain. It's about him proving he's lived it. It all starts with those 2 words, I feel.
And believe me, when he says he's been there, he's not exaggerating. The list of his own traumas is just staggering. He saw his identical twin die in a hit and run. He lost another brother to AIDS. He battled his own addictions to alcohol and drugs. He faced discrimination, bullying, went through 2 divorces, and lost everything, jobs, homes, all of it. He puts all of this out there for one single reason, so he can look you, the reader, in the eye and say, whatever you're going through, I feel you, I get it, because I've been there.
So, okay, Section 3, Love, the secret code. He's built this foundation of deep, shared pain and empathy. So what's next? Where do you go from there? Well, this next section is where he reveals his solution. He calls it the ultimate code, a framework he actually names I-cubed. And it's designed to help you rebuild your life from the ground up.
So this I-cubed idea, it builds in 3 really simple but powerful steps. And it all starts with what we just talked about, that foundation of empathy. The first part is, I feel. Then, the second part moves to acknowledge your specific struggles, your unique pressures. So it becomes, I understand. But the real magic, the part that he says changes everything, is in that third and final statement. This is the one that turns that connection into a real force for change. It's just one word, I love you. And there it is. That's the core of his whole philosophy. He says the most powerful thing anyone can say or hear, the absolute foundation for recovery and success, is that simple, unconditional statement, I love you. Love, he says, is the secret code. But it's really important to understand what he means by love here. It's not just a romantic or mushy feeling. In his system, he talks about it like it's a fundamental force of nature. He calls it the glue, the fabric, an invisible vibration that connects all of us. And that, he claims, is the real foundation you need to build a new life on. All right, Section 4, Tools for a New Foundation. So this brings up a huge question, right? How on earth do you take a big, abstract idea like universal love and turn it into something you can actually use? A practical tool? Well, the book's next section is all about that. Moving from theory to practice with some specific exercises. His first task is something you could call love mapping. It's pretty interesting. He literally asks you to write down, Rodney loves me. Then you start making lists. First, list everyone and everything that has ever loved you in the past. Then, who loves you in the present. And finally, who will love you in the future. The whole point is to create this tangible, undeniable map that proves love is, and always has been, a part of your life. Okay, But that still leaves a pretty big question on the table, and it's one the author sees coming. How does a feeling, even a powerful one like love, become a practical tool you can pull out and use whenever you need it most?
His answer is a technique he calls anchoring. Here's how it works. He tells you to think of a time you felt pure, unconditional love. Got it? Now, you have to crank that memory up to 11, using all 5 of your senses. What did you hear in that moment? The voices, the sounds. What did you see? The colors, the light. What did you feel? The temperature on your skin, the sensations inside you. What did you smell? And yeah, even what did you taste? The idea is, by making that memory so incredibly vivid, you can anchor that feeling and basically save it, ready to be accessed on demand. Okay, let's move on to the final part of the book. Section 5, Your Mission, Your Future. This is where we take that foundation of anchored love and use it for something even bigger, figuring out your life's mission and literally shaping your own future.
And he kicks this section off with a really provocative idea. Your success is in the rearview mirror. What does he mean by that? Well, he suggests that the best way to get clarity on your life now is to imagine you're your future self, the one who's already succeeded, and then look back at your life from that point of view.
This all leads to his final, and maybe most powerful exercise, creating your personal mission statement. And his method is different. Step 1, he asks you to actually envision yourself at your own funeral. Seriously. Step 2, think about what you truly want people to say about you and the life you lived. Step 3, from that future perspective, look back at your life as it is today. And finally, step 4, use that powerful insight to write your life's mission statement right now.
So what's the goal here? It's all about turning some vague dream about the future into a solid, concrete blueprint that's practically engraved in your mind. It becomes your guide, making sure that everything you do today is moving you toward the person you are absolutely determined to become.
So there you have it. From a complete collapse to a brand new beginning, the author's own life is basically proof of concept for his method. He believes, with everything he has, that unconditional love is the secret code to success. He found his key, so it makes you wonder, what's yours?